Hi everyone. Welcome to Young Guide Podcast. Welcome to the Young Guide Podcast for those who are tuning in for the first time. This is where I share 3 main areas of content: personal finance management skills, life experiences, and a little bit of motivation for those who may feel stuck. Today's topic is all about time, the one thing we all have in common, yet it's also the most precious commodity that we possess. As the famous quote goes, time and tide wait for no man. We only have a limited amount of time on this earth, and it's up to us to make the most of it. In this video, we're going to talk about the importance of living our own lives and not letting others dictate how we should spend our time. So, if you're ready to take control of your life and make the most of the time you have, then keep watching. When we talk a lot about time, we say that time is gold or silver. But have you ever asked yourself what time really is? There are 2 limited time points in your life. The first is the day you were born, and the second is the day you leave this life. You cannot control these 2 days. But you can control what you do during these 2 time points, whether it's a short or long time. There is a very familiar story that you may have heard many times, about someone who, upon receiving the news that they had cancer, realized their true value and began volunteering and traveling, meeting important people, and doing everything they liked, knowing that they only had a few short months to live. Sometimes people appreciate each moment only when they have little time left, and only focus on the most important things. My question for you is whether we need to experience such a situation to fully understand the importance of time, or what will happen if you decide to change now. I don't care how good you are, how far you've come, or what your current situation is, but let me tell you that at least once in your life, you will encounter failure that you cannot predict. I'm not a prophet, and I don't have any intention to discourage you, but that is the principle of life. Learn to accept and deal with it. Life is like a football game, even the best players can miss the ball. Have you ever seen a superstar football player miss a shot and sit there complaining? No, they continue to fight and wait for the next opportunity to score in the game. The same goes for a business person. Have you ever seen a millionaire go bankrupt and sit there crying and complaining about their misfortune, wondering why they were so unlucky and why these things happened to them? No, they brush off failure and are mentally ready for their next business project. Don't give up, always try to keep yourself busy. Stop overthinking and start doing something, be busy working and creating value. When you create value to help others, it means you are using your time correctly and you are also helping yourself. People are afraid that if they achieve something, they will lose it. Fear of loss always resides in every person: fear of losing money, job, loved ones, and energy. However, there is something more valuable that people often overlook, and that is time. Time is the scariest thing because once you lose it, you can never get it back. That's why the best time to start everything is now, not tomorrow or next year or after we get married. Do it now, not later. The worst thing about overthinking is that it is always too early or too late. Is it necessary to learn that work is a lifelong process? Yes, but are you sure that in 5 years, you will still have the energy to dedicate to it as you do today? Are you sure that in 10 years, you will still have the same amount of free time as you do now? Are you sure that after getting used to being happy now, you will have the momentum to work hard later, even though it is difficult? Dear friend, I feel grateful that today you have easy access to the internet, and you can see what the world is doing. Never before has it been so easy to access information. Never before has it been so easy to find your own path. You can search for any information you need online right now. Choose your own path, as Steve Jobs said. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Everything else is secondary. Use the internet and time as your most powerful tools to break through. Focus on valuable topics and spend about 10,000 hours to become an expert in a field. The earlier you start, the sooner you will succeed, and when others realize it, it will be too late to know that you have been preparing for everything for a long time. I know it's hard, very hard, especially in the beginning stages of starting something new. It takes a lot of time, and there will be times when you want to give up, but that's the law, do you understand? You have to keep going, or you will have to give up. Make a choice for yourself, and once you achieve your goal, you will be happy because time passes quickly when you are truly passionate about what you are doing. I call it living in the moment. Some people not only waste their own time, but they also waste other people's time. That's why I mention people who are always late, always procrastinating, and lazy in an organization where each individual is a link in a large machine. If you waste time and do unnecessary things that cause delays in your work, it means that others have to wait for you and it causes delays for the entire organization. Time is not only silver and gold, but it is also more valuable than them. When someone spends time with you, it means that they have to cut back their own time for you. Therefore, you should cherish it. It could be time taken away from their family, work, or themselves, which they could use to develop themselves. Time can be an opportunity for those who know how to use it. You need time to learn, prepare for life, and practice. However, time can also be a monster that swallows everything if you are lazy. It can take away your health if you don't take action and take away your career if you don't learn. Each day you sit there without doing anything, time keeps ticking away, and you become more exhausted. If possible, get yourself a watch. It does not have to be expensive or luxurious. With a watch on your wrist, you can always keep track of time during the day. Allocate your time wisely because you only have 24 hours a day for all activities. The issue is not how much time you have, but how you use that time. Focusing on yourself and your work is the key to success. If you still have time to care about other people's problems, then you are taking away your precious time to develop yourself. How much time do you spend on meaningless work each day? Usually, no one is aware of this because they start a new day without knowing what they have to do. Learn how to manage your work and time and organize your work reasonably. Find ways to solve one problem at a time. The lesson here is that thinking is everything. Thinking will help you succeed, and it is how you perceive the things around you. If you look at a problem positively and hope to solve it, you are better than many people. Unfortunately, not everyone knows this. Instead of spending time with positive people, they spend time and money on useless things. When time passes, they realize that they are still in the same place. Are you among them? Or are you on your own path? Only you can answer that question. Young Guide Podcast wishes you success. I would like to conclude the things that I have shared here. If you find this content helpful, please share it with your friends and family. Also, as usual, YouTube algorithms prioritize videos with more likes. So, if you enjoy this video, please click on the like button to help our podcast reach more people. Thanks for watching.